if you're marrying up or marrying down, watch this. The reason many relationships or marriages have problem is because there's a disparity in their mentality, which is usually a product of disparity in their social classes. And what is this social class? How much financial power each person has been exposed to. Do you understand? Prior to meeting each other. So, some people came from rich families. That is a class of its own. Some people came from poor families, people like us. You get what I'm saying? So, what happened is that when you're coming from a poor background and you're marrying somebody from a rich background, you are marrying up. You see what I'm saying? Same thing, if you're coming from a rich background and you're marrying somebody from a poor background, you're marrying down. Now, when you marry down, there are challenges that come with it. Same thing with when you marry up. So I will list them here and maybe it can help. When you're marrying down, you need to know that the person you're marrying is coming from a social class where they have not experienced much of what you have experienced. Things that look perfectly normal to you are totally alien and strange to them, and they may find a way to fight it. Do you understand? A lot of things are different from where they come from. Let's say a woman is marrying down, all right? She's from a rich family, she fell in love with a random guy, and then she wants to marry this guy. This guy might be coming from where he's living in a face me, I face you. That's the first 20 years of his life, he lived there. Face me, I face you. So he's used to being stingy, cornering things. Do you understand? If there's anything at all, he will grab it and corner it. That's the way they survive in the hood. Do you understand? If you don't grab things and corner them, you will not find anything to eat. Somebody whose house is facing yours will take it. You know, the way they build ghetto. Each door will face each other. So that's the way they see it. And then there's always this issue of this person dating the husband of that person because they are all living together. Do you understand? So infidelity is high, which means if you don't fight for your man or for your woman, you will lose them to somebody else who is sharper than you. So this person might always be on an alert of who is dating his wife, who is dating his husband. You get what I'm saying? They're always on that alert. This is how they were trained. Another one is jealousy. They're always watching each other in the hood like that. Whose son is getting the next degree, university degree? Who gained the admission? They would carry poison, and they're looking for a way to poison that person, so that it will not be that after all effort and quarreling, you became more successful than them. These are survival instincts that they pick up from the ghetto. Now, if you're marrying somebody like this, they might enter into this. They might come with some of this attitude. Every time they are quarreling your friends. Your friends come, they quarrel your in-laws. They fight father-in-law. They fight mother-in-law. They fight. Why? Because of that ghetto attitude of being overprotective of themselves and considering every other person as an enemy. So if you're marrying such a husband, marrying down to such a husband or such a wife, you should know that this is where this person is coming from. It's going to take time for their mentality to finally change. What of those marrying people into areas where they are just taking only all sorts of substances? These people have suffered so much that substance is the only thing available for them. In the hood, they used to sell all these substances. Do you understand? That's the way they survive. They do all sorts of, they even rob at night just to survive. Eventually, this guy gets to a university and graduates and then picks a wife. Now, think of what the wife will go through. Do you understand? Trying to get him out of that mentality is going to be hard, but with persistence and being careful and knowing that this is where this person is coming from, they can come out of it. Same thing with if you're marrying up. If you're marrying somebody way better than you, socially, you need to know that many of the things they will be doing may not make sense to you, but that is how it works there. Do you understand? The way they do dispute resolution, for instance, somebody might do the worst thing to them, and the next day they are together again, gisting. You'll be like, are you telling me that? Are you telling me you just forgave this guy just like that? No, she values or he values the family relationship above that revenge. If you're coming from a lower class, you want to exert revenge all the time because that's the way people will fear you and leave you alone. But if you're coming from a higher social class, revenge is going to cost you more, because imagine that you revenge to this person. Now his father is quarreling with your father. Now it's affecting the company where both of them are working, and then the whole empire comes down. You get what I'm saying? The way they greet, Do you understand? The way they greet is totally different. The way they dress, their dressing, their outfit is totally different. A whole lot of things is totally different. The way they view security situations is different. So if you're marrying such a person, you need to be ready to learn. You watch out for what they are doing on a day-to-day basis. You try and copy, basically mirror them. Especially the first few years of the relationship, you are mirroring what they're doing. Even if you guys don't end up marrying, you will see that your own life is way better after meeting them. Because of what? You adopted some of the attitudes and character of people from a higher social class. You see that your life is better. If the guy is always dressing well and you're copying him, what you notice is that when you now go to buy a cloth, you try and buy a cloth that looks really nice so that you can match his own. Before you know it, gradually your wardrobe will change. And people judge you based on your outfit. The way you dress is the way they will address you. After like a year or two, your wardrobe has transformed. And you now notice that the way people address you is different. You understand? If you're wondering why, it's because you dated a guy or a lady that dresses well and you are forced to step up. You understand? A lot of things may not make sense to you, but if you pay attention to copying, you can adapt. There are many marriages and relationships facing issues today because a guy, let's say a guy is dating a girl from a lower social class. Relationship is working well. He's the love of her life and everything. Another guy chats her up and promises her a trip to Dubai. This girl has never been in a flight. She has never left the country. And somebody just lands somewhere and say, I'm taking you to Dubai. Bro, you might be surprised that she will break her real relationship for that guy to take her to Dubai. She has never been there. Two things will happen. Is either the guy breaks her heart and just dumps her after getting what he wants, or he actually takes her to Dubai and in a week she's back. And now she's back, she now realizes that, oh shit, I just damaged something permanent for something temporal. The funny thing is that the guy she's dating might be able to afford that Dubai, but he's putting money together for other things. More important is maybe they're going to marry, they're going to have kids, then that's the right time to travel and so on. But she herself, she has never been there. That suggestion just got into her head and destroyed her life. There was a lady the other day that managed to date a Yahoo boy, and the next thing she's tweeting is that her mother made a wrong choice that by marrying her father. She now just because she managed to date one Yahoo boy, like a rich young guy, she feels that her mother should have done that so that as if her mother had the option. Her mother never had the option. And then the rich young guy she's dating will not marry her. He's just using her as a side piece. You get what I'm saying? So this thing happened a lot, a whole lot. Sometimes you as a woman, your finances are really good, you marry a guy. Some guys, the only thing in their head is football. See Ronaldo this side, Messi this side, Mbappe this side. That's the only thing in there. In the money that they used to fund the wedding was her brothers and sisters that donated the money, contributed money for him to marry. He don't know anything. He can't do anything. He can't sustain any labor. And now you have married him. You are doing well. Your business is going well. You are clearing 2 to 3 million naira per month. You are thinking of how you can get to 10 million so that you can afford to send your children to a good school. This is what you are thinking. But this guy is thinking, why did Messi miss that goal? At night he will be like this. You think he's thinking? He's thinking about, let me just stay up till that 2 a.m. when the match will start. He's not thinking about anything. If you bring him to a business, before you know it, he's dating your sales girl. He's coming from that ghetto background. You understand? He grew up in the streets. So sometimes when you are marrying across social classes, these are things you consider. Where is this person coming from? Where are they going to? What are the likely behaviors that are associated with where they are coming from? So you try to adapt to it. If you're marrying down, you adapt down and gradually coach them up. If you're marrying up, you have to step up your game back to back until you match their energy and speed. Most relationships will not work because the guy or the girl sees that the person they are dating is just way lower mentally. They just know that, nah, this cannot work. Do you understand? It's only in Nollywood that all this magic happen. In real life, you have to step up. If you're dating somebody that is higher than you, step up sharp. A good example of this attitude of some young ladies faking foreign accent. In Nigeria, for instance, you see young ladies faking, oh, I can't remember. Why? She's from a poor background and she's trying to look rich.